Welcome to Reality NSFW. Tonight, this is not a Patreon exclusive. This is on our normal network. We are doing Australian Survivor Blood versus Water cast assessment, which is always one of my favorites because I'm always the fucking idiot when it comes to these things.
Wait, no. I think the Golden God would disagree.
So yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about with our Patreon group, we have covered Australian Survivor in the past. We're doing one right now. And when we do these cast assessments, I always get my balls busted by Fairplay and Cody or whoever's on here because I call someone an idiot or this person's gonna suck. And it's
okay. Let's just give a couple examples for argument's sake. Okay, let's start with Shane Gould.
Oh yeah, I most likely I said, oh, old lady, worthless.
Yep, zero chance of winning.
Yeah, zero chance.
First one out.
Yeah.
Okay, and I mean,
similar assessment.
Yeah.
Okay. AK.
Oh yeah, AK. Ladies are gonna love this guy, craft beer enthusiast. He's probably not gonna have any strategy. Yeah, Matt Rogers. Oh, this guy looks like a fucking douchebag. Like, God.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Your streak is alive.
My streak is alive.
And I see that wavering zero this evening.
We'll see.
Yes. So real quick, I like to make our podcast evergreen, and so like something like this. So I don't like to talk about topical events, but I did have a family thing this week, and I appreciate all the support that I received online. So it's difficult. Like I made the decision in 2003 to do the Dead Grandmother Lie. So when there is a family tragedy in my life, it's different, it's unique, and it sucks. However, I made that decision in 2003. I stick by that decision. I purposely don't go to many funerals at all because, like, I can imagine that there's at least one person there that's just like, oh, that's the guy that lied. I don't appreciate that, so I don't go to funerals. So my father did pass away on Monday night while we were recording a podcast, amazingly. And but so it did happen, and I just want to thank everyone for the support. And but let's move on. And I have a funeral in the morning, but let's talk about Australian Survivor, and let's do this in grand spirits.
Yes, well said, Johnny. And everyone has been thinking about you. I know it was sucky times, but I told my wife, I was like, oh yeah, we're recording a podcast. She's like, are you sure Johnny's going to be able to and stuff? And I was like, yeah, because honestly, this kind of thing keeps your mind off it. This is a little bit of entertainment and fun and laughter, and you're going to laugh at me. Otherwise, you're just me sitting around dwelling on reality. You know what I mean? So we're going to have a good time. I'd
rather be anywhere else.
I'm fucking fired up, and Cody is going to show everyone this is how it's going to work. A little bit of bio about each player, as well as the cast photo. Now, keep in mind, myself and Johnny have not done any kind of homework podcasts, investigations. The reactions that I'm going to give and Fairplay is going to give are completely honest, off the cuff as we see this shit.
There are 4 players that have previous Survivor experience. So we do know about 3 of the 4 of them. One of them we are currently watching. We're on episode 3, so we don't have a complete vision of this player.
Mm-hmm.
So, but otherwise, we're going into this blind, and so maybe I'm the idiot this time, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Matt.
and before we went live this time, so people on YouTube probably don't know, but if you're a patron, you probably watched our last cast assessment, and I let one slip ahead of time. I made Matt cover his eyes this time when I tested my slideshow.
Okay.
So it'll be completely blind. It's
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyone in the comments, if you know, so I can tell you now, we're familiar with Mark and
Sam.
We saw them on a season that we covered. We're obviously familiar with Sandra Diaz-Twine, and we will talk about her daughter, and then Andy. We're only on episode 4, so we have no idea, and we'll get to that one. So please refrain from any spoilery comments about Andy as we're live.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, let's get into this.
All right, let's get into this. So we're going to start off with our first 2 castaways. We have Jay Bruno and Alex Frost. Jay is a 34-year-old drummer. He'll be on the Blood Tribe. And Alex is a 26-year-old warehouse operator on the Water Tribe, obviously. They're in-laws. They met after Jay started dating Alex's sister. And they're going to put their relationship through a pretty unique test here. A super fan of the game, Alex wants to fly under the radar, secretly making moves, while Jay is relaxed, but also determined and competitive. Jay says that their strategy is not to blend in, but to go with the flow, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's there and who you're in with. What Jay is most looking forward to is being away from technology. As far
God
as
bless
Alex,
America, or God bless Australia.
As far as Alex goes, he was asked, have you done any training or planning before starting? And he said, I've definitely been playing social and strategic scenarios out in my head, as well as doing the workouts that Jay tells me to do in the hope that I can keep up. If he wins the prize money, he's going to go with a limo, champagne, money showers, and then he's going to invest it all, as well as donate some to a local charity.
Oh my God, I hate both these guys. I mean, all right, I might be wrong here. No chance and no chance. I'm not sure. So Alex and Jay met after Jay started dating Alex's sister. So I wouldn't be shocked if Jay was into Alex.
See, Jonny right off the bat is getting kind of a no chance. These guys aren't going to do well. So my first take looking at Jay was like, wow, cool. A musician, a drummer. I'm a musician. Now,
I don't think you played the same music, Matt.
We might not, but you never know. He could be in I don't know what kind of band he is in.
Oh, this dude's in some shit band. Look at
one
him.
person that plays the didgeridoo, and then he plays the drums. That's probably
no. This guy's into some fucking trap dubstep. This guy's in a dubstep band. He's a drummer, and he's an electronic drummer. He doesn't even play real drums. There's no way.
But I don't consider him based off his outfit, I wouldn't see him to be as like a super heavy rock guy. I mean,
yeah, that looks like a members only shirt.
It does. And then, but drummer, I'm giving him some points for the musician, no matter what kind of music. But him and Alex Alex just looks like a guy that went to high school. Well, a guy that went to high school didn't get a good, or degree in college. He just went to being a warehouse guy, right?
Yeah. And obviously just took off his hat for the cast photo.
Oh yeah, his hair's definitely got the hat head going on. But I'm not getting a hateful vibe. I mean, Jay's got a nice smile. He's a drummer. But I'm not getting a really vibe that they're going to be super strategy. I mean, with a comment that you're going to, what do you say? Buy champagne and.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the warehouse. I mean, I appreciate the warehouse workers saying limo, champagne, and making it rain.
Yeah.
For me, that gives me some insight into Alex a little bit. So looking at both of their profiles, Jay's the guy is well, I'm looking forward to being away from technology. Alex is over here like champagne limos, he's gonna Fabio the whole thing and go nuts with it. So I'm I'm thinking that based on the maturity level that I'm interpreting, I think out of the two, Jay has a better chance to go farther in the game. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't. Once again, I don't like either one of them, and I'm okay with not like. I mean, I don't have to like everyone.
No.
So
Nope.
I mean, there's plenty of people I hate from the season that we're covering on the Patreon side, and that they wear visors. Oh my God, sorry. I had my water go down the wrong pipe, and it's still fighting.
Oh, I've had that before on a podcast. It's the worst.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So that's Jay and Alex. Let's move on to our next one here. We have Kun Ong and Amy Ong. Kun is a 30-year-old restaurateur. He'll be on the water.
Or Kun?
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't know. I Googled it ahead of time and it told me to pronounce it Kun.
Okay. I would guess Khan, but because I just want to scream Khan like Star Trek 2 Wrath of Khan. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks like Khan Ong.
Yeah.
But whatever. Kane.
Either way.
Well, one of us did prep, and that's the person that pronounced it differently. So.
K-Han.
It doesn't mean that I'm right. It could be Khan.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're siblings. Amy and Con are set to put their closeness under a microscope. Charming and disarming, Amy is ready to make a name for herself after living in her older brother's shadow, while Con has a burning desire to win the title of Soul Survivor. And don't be fooled, he's willing to do whatever it takes, even if it means he has to lie, cheat, and steal to get there. Con says, this is no strategy from either of us going in. We want to have some fun and see what happens. We're both very social people, so we'll rely on that. We both find it easy to make friends. His biggest fear on Survivor is not making it to at least Tribal Council. He wants to experience the entire game. I'm assuming by that he means the jury, possibly. I want to do it all. I want to orchestrate blindsides. I want to find idols. I want to use advantages and make dumb decisions. He'll miss salt flavor options, yum cha, chili oil, mainly chili oil. Amy said in her spare time she likes to be out in nature, spend time with family and friends, do pottery, go out for drinks and a boogie, play with baby kittens, and do random things like Kmart or Bunnings runs. What are you most looking forward to? The whole experience? She's going to be playing the best game on earth with her brother, and will meet new incredible souls along the way.
Oh boy, I think Amy's very pretty. I think she's hot.
Yes.
Khan, he's given me like a what was the guy's name in Tony Vlacho's season? The dude that's like yeah.
Woo, yeah.
He reminds me of like he's gonna be a Woo type player that's like super.
Is that a compliment or the exact opposite?
No, I mean like no strategy, no chance of winning, but he's going to be. I think everyone's going to like him. I think he's going to be fun to be around, and I think Amy is going to go farther than Khan is. I think I'm hoping she uses her, flirtation and her just she's a beautician, so she's probably doing a lot of people's hair, so I can imagine she could use that kind of vibe that beauticians have for her social game. But I'm not seeing a winner pick on either of these two.
See, I'm going the opposite on this.
All right.
Khan was on MasterChef Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Such a big personality, was brought back for MasterChef Australia back to win. This guy knows reality television. Huge advantage. So we only have 4 people that have ever played a reality television competition show previously, which we, as we've learned from fans versus favorites, is an advantage against newbies.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Khan's going in with a distinct advantage. I've listened to some stuff with King George and Haley talking about, what this guy is going to potentially whip up around camp to make the food that much better. Also drives up his value in the tribe.
Yep.
And if Amy's a silent but sexy assassin, along the way, and they join up at the merge, it's a deadly combo. Potential winner picks one of the two of these.
Wow. See, I had no idea about the TV background.
Well, but you already said what you said. So
I know I did. I know, but I already said what I said. I agree.
No chance.
I don't know. I look at Amy as kind of like she's going to be a real timid player, and I don't know how well that's going to work for her in terms of getting to a merge situation.
I don't know. She's so hot. Like, have you ever met a girl that hot that's timid? No, I mean, like a girl that hot has been afforded a few liberties in life.
She reminds me of like a Brenda.
She might even be hotter than Brenda.
She is. I think she is. But I'm saying that she gives me that Brenda vibe. You know what I mean?
So and Brenda wasn't timid.
No.
Brenda wasn't timid. No.
But Brenda was two different. I mean, like there's two different Brendas.
Two completely different Brendas.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think maybe at least in the beginning she'll be a little bit timid. I think that he is going to go out there and just be like balls to the wall right out of the gate, reckless, and that's going to either work really well for him or really bad. Really, I think
it's going to work really well. I said, I just think that
I do think what you said about him cooking for the tribe is going to bring his stock value way up.
Yeah. You don't get rid of. I mean, I was the cook on Pearl Islands. You don't get rid of the cook.
I think he's going to be entertaining as hell. This guy.
Yeah, I'm for. And I don't have a problem with either of them winning. So as I said, she's beautiful, and I mean, and if she's just imagine if she's just saucy and fucking fun, like Brenda Nicaragua was great. Brenda, what shit sees in Caramoan.
She had no airtime at all in Caramel.
Yeah. Well, supposedly she just sat there crying that she missed her boyfriend.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to watch that as a viewer.
No.
So if that's all she was doing, then don't show me.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I like these two.
Me too.
All right.
But you said
no, I didn't say I dislike them. I just said I don't think they have a chance of winning. I think Khan is going to be like entertaining, like a woo, but not super strategic.
Okay, we'll see. I think he's coming out with the eye of the tiger from his experience on MasterChef.
All right, so our next two.
Matt is burying his head.
So Matt probably recognizes Andy. Andy is a returning player. He has played Australian Survivor in the past. He lasted 30 days in his previous season.
Oh no! Why would you say that?
I didn't know that was the season you were covering right now.
Oh my god!
Sorry.
Well,
I'll skip those for the rest of them.
Yeah.
There's one request.
Spoiler alert.
Well, at least he didn't win.
I thought he was on 2017 Survivor. No,
that's okay.
It has to be 2019, I guess.
That's all right.
All right. So Kate Tatum, 46-year-old stay-at-home mom. She'll be on the Blood Tribe. Siblings with Andy Meldrum, 49-year-old advertising consultant on the Water Tribe. After Kate pushed Andy to apply for Australian Survivor Champions versus Contenders 2019. There you go. Should have read my notes first. Not only is it Andy's shot at redemption, but Kate hopes to make her own mark on the game. Caring and selfless, Kate is used to doing everything for her family, but is now taking a chance on herself. Determined to make her first time playing the game count, her Survivor game plan is not having a game plan. Being flexible and adaptable in her daily thought process while playing Survivor will hopefully get her through the game. When asked if she thinks that the experience will bring her closer to her brother, she said, "I think it'll bring us closer, and for her kids, it is a lifetime worth of Christmas lunch memories and conversations to be had." Her goal is to be out in an environment that challenges all facets of her and she can't wait for it. As far as Andy goes, he's planning to use his skills as a professional poker player to read people. Andy also ready to try to play an honest, fun, and good-natured game.
And more honest.
And more honest. That is what it says, but I skipped it because I don't want to.
Well, no, he was the bad. He tells us he's the greatest bad guy of all time, which we're like, does this guy even make it another episode? But apparently, he makes it a few.
Yeah, but
a couple.
Yeah. So okay, so that's the end of your bios, right? For this.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
the only other thing he has to say is knowing how many fans would give anything for the opportunity to play. Any small sacrifices that he has to make are entirely inconsequential and to the grand scheme of things.
All right, so these are brother and sister.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I appreciate that Andy is such a super fan, and I'm sure it's making his whole entire life to be able to play again with his sister. So, because I'm a huge fan and would love that opportunity, let's say with my wife, I respect that and I'm happy for them. However, watching Andy play and currently on another
and hearing his
season,
confessionals.
Yes, he is going to come on here and he's going to see Sandra Diaz-Twine. He's going to make some sort of cocky, Sandra may be the queen, but I am going to be the king. I am better than her. I'm the biggest fan to ever play, and it's my second chance to fucking show these people who's the fucking caddy boss with another stupid visor this guy's got on, right? So if this guy's sister is anything like Andy, I know Johnny's going to hate the pairing of these couple here of people. I'm not getting a good vibe from Kate at all. This is a player that like a Lil Morris, like somebody that I'm just going to be like, I'm not going to be excited to see her play. Neither of them have a chance to win. I think someone like Sandra, the first time that she sees Andy claim that he's this great player and cocky, she's going to be like, let's get this guy out of the game. So,
all right, I'm going to go a different route here.
All right.
Based on the video on Australian Survivor's Instagram promoting previewing the season, they did a nice little deal on Kate. She is ridiculously lovable. Ridiculously. However, I feel a little unarmed here going into a gunfight without bullets, because I don't know what all Andy does after the first 4 episodes. But just based on the first 4 episodes of him wanting to be the biggest bad guy ever, and him being nefarious in his means and things like that. I'm guessing, and he says here in his bio he wants to play a more honest. So I'm guessing he did not play an honest game. I don't think anything changes from what we've seen in the first 4 episodes. Okay, so he keeps playing a deceitful game, which I appreciate that.
Yes,
I do feel he makes very grandiose statements. Stay in your lane. Okay, but that to each his own. Okay, I mean, if you're not saying how great you are, then who else is saying it,
right?
So at least one person is.
Yeah.
So I understand that aspect. So if he played a evil game round 1, and let's say he gains a little bit of traction on, say he goes to Sandra Diaz-Twine and Sandra has done her homework, she knows who Andy is, and says, look, I can work better with someone that's played this. Someone like Sandra worked with me. If Sandra can work with me, Sandra and a Boston Rob, Sandra could potentially work with an Andy. However, the more power that Andy gains, I think works against Kate, because you have to neutralize here. So I think Kate could be a target just to hurt Andy.
Gotcha.
So, and I don't know. We'll see. I could see if they're on the, I have no idea what the try breakdowns are, but let's just say Andy Mark or Sam, Sandra and Khan are on the same tribe, I feel like they're teaming up because I feel like they have a reality experience advantage over the others.
And the thing is Kate, being the sibling of Andy, who's a super fan, she's going to know this game, and I highly doubt that Kate is going to be as obnoxious as
It
Andy.
doesn't matter. I feel like Kate's gonna be the victim of someone trying to cripple Andy. So
Well,
I feel like it would be a strategic move. It's just like, if Andy goes into the merge with power and numbers, he could potentially win. Maybe. As I said, I don't know how good this guy's game is, but that's a potential thinking point. And if that is the case, they're getting rid of Kate to cripple Andy. So, but she's lovable. I got it. As much as we hate Andy, we'll love Kate.
Cool.
That's
exciting.
Unless the preview is complete horseshit.
Yeah. Which I have not watched a single thing.
Yeah. I've only watched there has literally been like 4 minutes of complete footage. So, and I skipped over Mark and Sam because I saw that shit.
Yeah.
So do you want to know the tribe breakdown for all those people you just mentioned?
Sure.
So going in, Andy is on the water tribe. Mark is on the water tribe. Sam and Sandra will be on the blood tribe.
Khan?
Along with Kate. Khan is on the water tribe as well.
Ooh,
so 3 of the people you mentioned will be on the same tribe.
Okay. Well, so we'll see. As I said, if Andy's this badass that he tells us he is, I, as a player, am attempting to cripple his game before the merge, if he's still around.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Moving on up. Ben Watson and Shay LaJoy. Shayelle, but she goes by Shay. Ben is the 33-year-old tradie on the blood tribe. Shayelle is a 31-year-old biomedical student, and she'll be on the water tribe. They are partners. They realize the value of having each other on their survivor journeys, especially when the going gets tough. Standing at 6'4", Ben is a standout in the crowd kind of guy, and he has the drive to win. He hopes to be a player who is a beast that challenges, but also someone the tribe trusts. He thinks his greatest strength will be his drive to finish the game on top. He has the urge, desire, strength, and ability to push whoever he needs to out of the way to get him to the end. The strategy that they're both adopting, they said, we're going in to play our own game, but not knowing what we're up against in Survivor, we're just going to be happy to adapt in any part of the game. Shay says that having been there will be priceless in terms of support. She struggles to not get caught up in her emotions sometimes, so she will have to force herself to think her way out of it. She thinks that she was chosen to be on Survivor because she's physically strong, socially adaptable, and certainly not one to back away from a challenge. And she is most looking forward to the challenges. They vary so much over the seasons. She has no idea what surprises JLP is about to serve up.
Okay. Well, she knows the host's name. That's a good start.
Good start.
I mean, I feel like these guys feel like recruits to me.
Yeah, they've got like the pretty boy recruit vibe going on.
Yeah, pretty boy and the physical chick.
I think she's going to be a badass. I mean, she looks like a beast. I like her tattoos. But yeah, that Ben seems typical of the,
Heath.
Heath, or like, former high school footy player or rugby or whatever, it's just like
high school. We've seen the greatest footy players in the history of the world on Survivor, but yeah, high school, yeah, sure.
But yeah, he seems like he's going to be like a player that is definitely, I'm here for the challenge, and Australian Survivor has very physical challenges. So Shay, I think, is going to be completely badass. She's obviously smart. She's a biomed student. I'm assuming that you
Yeah, but
probably have
she
to be
says
smart
she's
for that.
emotional.
Yeah,
I
so
don't like.
that
I don't. I mean, like recognizing it is great, but the fact that you recognize it is an issue, if you
yeah.
don't think it's going to become an issue while you're starving in a in a reality elimination process,
Yep.
is yeah, I think it's gonna be too like
She
I
could
don't like
break
it.
down and realize, what did I get myself wrapped into? Because this Australian Survivor, is this still 55 days this
I
season,
think it's
Cody?
50.
50 days. So 50 days. What was season 41 of Survivor? 26 days. This
Yeah.
is a long game. And this is filmed in Australia, correct?
Yeah, where it is 120 degrees during the day and like 60 degrees or 55 degrees. Like it's insane. Like you are the hottest you've ever been in your entire life during the day, and the coldest you've ever been. Not we've all been cold wearing a coat and a parka and in a toboggan. They're
Mhm.
not wearing that. So
And plus, when you're coming off from a 120-degree day, 60 degrees feels like it may as well be sub-zero.
yes. So no, the conditions for where they filmed this season are, from what I've been told, some of the most brutal in the history of Survivor. Just the extremes from day and night, every day.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch them compete. I definitely think, like you said, Johnny, Shay's, if she becomes like an emotional basket case and crying and stuff like that, you cannot have that kind of emotion in the game of Survivor. We've seen it time and time again. When your emotions take hold, it screws up your game. Ben, I think you can make it far based off of, as we've seen historically, Australian Survivor, very hard challenges, and the name of the game in the beginning is keep the tribe strong for challenges. I think these both players are going to be very competitive in challenges, so I think they're going to stick around till the merge, but probably not much further than that.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I can see the same thing. And then one thing that she said about being emotional that kind of stood out to me as well was having him there will be priceless in terms of support, but they're not going to be starting off on the same tribe.
You got to make it there. You got to make it
right. So
30
you're going to
days.
make it to a point where you're either at a merge or a tribe swap, or you end up on the same tribe to actually have him there for support. So hopefully she's not banking on having him there too much. But I agree with like what Matt said. They both look like really physical players, and I think that'll get them started off on the right foot.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. All right, let's go on to these next, folks. This is such a great photo of Chrissy. I'm sure that she absolutely loved having this out here as her cast photo.
Well, they love her. So,
Yeah.
so I will say this for you, give us their bios. So all the previews have been Andy and his sister, Sandra and her daughter, Mark and Sam, and for some reason these two. And Chrissy's video is she's just like, I don't know nothing and blah 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 and it ends with will Chrissy change the game forever?
Wow.
Okay. That's a pretty good outlook.
I mean, why are we getting that?
There has to be a reason. They have to deliver on a statement that bold.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, man.
All right, so here we have Chrissy.
Does that change things?
Yeah.
I figure I'm giving you a gift, Matt.
Yep. I'm not going to say they're worthless after hearing that. So let's hear it, Cody.
Okay. So we have Chrissy Zaremba. She's 42-year-old teacher on the Water Tribe, and she is playing with Michael Crocker, who goes by Croc. He's 41 years old, an ex-NRL, which is National Rugby League player. He'll be on the Blood Tribe. They are in-laws. While Chrissy may not have a lot of Survivor knowledge, she is playing with Croc to keep his dream of being part of the game alive.
Yeah,
although
she has no idea. She goes, I don't know. Like he goes, what's it called when we go to the thing to vote? She's like, Tribeca, or like she has no she knows nothing.
That's the best. Maybe that's why she changes the game though. She's thinking outside of the box because she hasn't watched other people do it 100
I
times.
think she's extremely thinking outside the box, and I'm so for it.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So although she may not be a super fan, Chrissy is confident and competitive and wants to prove to her kids that she can do anything and inspire them to do the same in their lives. Her Survivor game plan is to be known but not feared in any way, to sit in the middle of the pack and observe, to potter away, cleaning and socializing, but to be listening in all around me. I need to be the mother hen. Mothers get trusted, right? When asked, has she done anything for training or planning before starting, she said, no, I joined back to the gym when I found out I was selected. It's not ideal. Croc, his strengths in the game will be his observation skills as well as his brute physical strength. He'll build genuine relationships and ascertain what makes people tick, how they behave, and then make big moves when the time is right to eliminate his biggest threats. His biggest fear on Survivor is the fear of failure, not living up to his own expectations physically and strategically. And one thing people won't expect from him is that he's down to earth, patient, and caring. He's just a big teddy bear at heart.
All right, so here's my take. So Chrissy looks like extremely fun. She reminds me of Reem Daly, but almost like a more outgoing, positive, not the dude like downer. She seems like by that smile, she's laughing like when they're doing this cast photo. So I think she's gonna have a blast out there. I love that she's kind of making fun of herself of how little she did to prepare, because I think sometimes people can over prepare for Survivor.
Tony Vlaco said on Game Changers, he had the entire game in his head going out there, and then as soon as chapter 1 didn't happen, he said everything spiraled, and it was no recovery.
Yeah, so I think she honestly, from a newbie standpoint, playing is going to have a better chance than someone that has everything all figured out. So I'm excited to see Chrissy. Croc, I think he's going to be a badass in challenges. I obviously love beards. So he reminds me of like a Ben who serves in our nation's military. But I like the fact that he's also got a soft side, because that is someone like me. When I got cast for Caramoan, I'm the bearded tattoo guy that cries at sappy things on TV and when the Bengals win playoff games after I've watched 2 football games. I'm excited to see a heart on his sleeve guy. And I think he's going to be a brute strength. Obviously, like we said before, rugby players, that's huge in Australia. So I think he's going to be fun to watch. I like these two a lot.
Yeah, I'll be rooting for Chrissy and rooting against Croc.
And I think so kind of like what we were talking about earlier, as far as Chrissy not knowing a lot about Survivor, what I was impressed, knowing that she doesn't know a lot about Survivor, was the way that she worded her bio and her strategy for going into the game, and at least having that foundational understanding of what the basic things she needs to do, like kind of write it out in the middle and the beginning, be paying attention to everything going on, find something that people can associate with you that makes you trustworthy and makes them want to accept you by default. So she may say she doesn't have any Survivor knowledge, but she really has a good understanding of the core aspects of the game, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Matt, don't forget, when you watch the first episode, to not watch like fast forward like 4 minutes in or something.
Okay.
Because they do show you how the last season ended.
Okay. Yes.
And so yeah. So don't fuck up.
Definitely don't want to fuck that up,
like Cody did on Andy's game.
Yeah. That's not the first time I've given out a spoiler on this channel either. I did that during Rewind with Professor Tim. Also told him who won right out of the gate.
Wow.
Podcast over with.
I was like, Tina Weston would have been great on Winners at War. Shit. All right, but before I give away any more spoilers or we go over any more cast members, let's hear a quick word from our amazing sponsors that we love, because we know that they're listening in to make sure that we give them a shout out. So here they go.
Lucy Nicotine is a company founded by Caltech scientists and former smokers looking for a better and cleaner nicotine alternative. Finally, tobacco alternatives that don't suck.
Researched and developed for 3 years to be made for people, not patients. Lucy has created a nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. Lucy also has a lozenge with 4 milligrams of nicotine in cherry ice flavor. Each and every flavor actually tastes great, and it's convenient and discreet. Products can be enjoyed anywhere, on flights, at work, on the go, or even in the gym.
I am so happy that Lucy is sponsoring us. Ever since they came on board, I have gotten no less than 5 of my friends transitioned over to Lucy and put their cigarettes down. They like the gum. I'm used to seeing the packages all around. This stuff is great, and it's really helping people make much healthier choices. So get on board and join the Lucy movement.
Hey, it's 2021. Get rid of your cigarettes, unplug your vape, throw out your dip, and get some Lucy nicotine gum or lozenges. This is the real deal. A subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month. It's so simple that you don't even have to leave your house because Lucy has delivery down.
Reality NSFW listeners, go to lucy.co and use promo code SURVIVOR to get 20% off all products, including gum or lozenges. That's lucy.co and use promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. Also, I have to give this disclaimer. Warning, this product contains nicotine derived from tobacco. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. That's lucy.co, and be sure to use that promo code SURVIVOR.
This episode of Reality NSFW is sponsored by Blue Chew. Say it with us, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is making waves and bringing more confidence to the bedroom by offering chewable tablets that can help men get stronger and longer lasting erections. That's right, we're giving away super hard dicks.
Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew's tablets help men achieve harder, stronger erections to combat all forms of ED.
Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor offices, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part, it's all done online.
Blue Chew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem here. Blue Chew's sildenafil and tadalafil tablets are chewable. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA, and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy.
Hey, if you're looking to give that immunity idol to someone, or you don't want to be voted out of a crater, don't worry, Blue Chew's got you covered. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information.
And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's Blue Chew, BlueChew.com, promo code SURVIVOR to receive your first month free. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
We're all trying to eat better, but healthy breakfast doesn't have to be boring. Magic Spoon has the amazing flavors you love, but without all the bad stuff. And it's amazing as a midnight snack right before bed.
0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. That's only 140 calories per serving.
It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. And build your own box. Available flavors to build your very own custom bundle are cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and cream, and my favorite, maple waffle. Now, Magic Spoon recently brought back their 2 super popular flavors, cookies and cream and maple waffle. Thank goodness. But they're back permanently. And when these flavors were first introduced for a limited time, they sold out extremely quickly. Now, I'm here to let you know you can get them again or try them for the first time. Why? Because they're delicious and indulgent.
Johnny, Magic Spoon has so many great flavors that I really enjoy, and even my kids enjoy them. We have the cocoa, fruity frosted, peanut butter. All these are really great combinations. They enjoy waking up in the morning and getting some Magic Spoon right off to start their day great before they head off to school. I think everybody listening should give Magic Spoon a try, or if you've tried them already, it's time to reorder. Let's get you some more Magic Spoon and get your day started right.
Hey, when I finish a podcast late at night, the first thing I'm thinking is not sleep. It's let me grab a delicious bowl of Magic Spoon before I go to bed.
So go to magicspoon.com/survivor to grab a custom bundle of cereal and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code survivor at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/survivor and use the code SURVIVOR to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this podcast.
All right, we're back. Hey, shitty week for survivors. Jeremy Collins' father just passed away.
No.
That sucks. Anyone know how Roger Bingham is doing, Jonny Fairplay?
I don't know. I know he went in for what, 2 bypasses. They ended up doing 5.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Definitely thinking about Roger Bingham right now. So
Yeah, Roger, for those listening, so I live in Cincinnati. He lives in Crittenden, Kentucky. So whenever there's which is like 40 minutes from my house, whenever there's a local event, him and I have seen each other over the past 10 years, many, many times. And when I was doing my viewing parties for Caramoan at a wings place, it was so awesome because Roger showed up at one of my viewing parties and I was like blown away, like, holy fuck,
Kentucky Joe
is at my viewing party. And that was an experience I'll never forget. So definitely thinking about Roger Bingham right now.
So, all right, next on the list, who do we got?
All right, next on our list, we have Brianna and David Goodchild. Brianna is a 26-year-old digital producer who will be on the Water Tribe. She is competing for the title of Sole Survivor alongside her father, David, who is a 51-year-old project manager.
I thought that was his wife.
No way. Look at her.
No,
I just figured he did really well in project management.
All right, so she says that her dad is the skull crusher, the guy who's going to lay down the law, while she is the entertainer and social butterfly. Her biggest fear in Survivor is not playing a big enough game. The last thing she wants to be is boring, simply not her flavor. She shows up to play. She does think that the experience will bring them closer. She thinks it's quite hard for her dad and her to be any closer, but it'll still bring them closer. That'll be a once in a lifetime thing that they'll always share.
It's a little creepy.
A little creepy.
Okay.
I actually had to, for this one, I had to use individual photos because the height difference was so much that it looked like you wouldn't have been able to see her at all. So David, who is a 51-year-old project manager who will be on the Blood Tribe, he knows himself to be very strategic. He believes in getting the lay of the land, being flexible, and making tough, ruthless calls when need be. Survivor is Brianna's dream, but one David is more than happy to follow, saying, I've been vortexed into this dream and I'm pumped. We're going to smash it because our relationship together is strong. We are both ambitious and both fierce. His food or indulgence that he'll miss the most is good, hearty red wine and aged soft cheese.
He's aged soft cheese.
Coffee and almond croissants, indulgence, mist, massage, hot shower, face and body scrub. And David, if you're listening, and we know that you are, make sure to check out our sponsor, Blue Chew. Use promo code Survivor.
Not with your daughter.
Not with your daughter, though. One thing people won't expect from him is no one will expect the ruthlessness. He's a good guy, but he hates disloyalty and losing.
Okay. Matt.
Well, I like a father-daughter, how special that is going to be, because I think I always try to put myself in their shoes. Like, let's say one of my boys was older and I got to play with one of my children on Survivor, it would be absolutely fucking awesome. I think Brianna is super hot. Australian Survivor picks hot.
They do.
Hot men and women, really. They
Yeah.
pick good-looking people. I mean, this dude's 51. Not a bad-looking dude, right? But the thing is, I am definitely going to be a fan of digital producer 26. A 26-year-old, I think, is just the perfect age. It's not too young. It's not too old.
It's ideal.
It's ideal. I'm hoping we're going to have some like mud bath kind of challenges.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think
only one of us is making it weird right now, Matt.
But I think that David, I think
into that.
No, I think he's going to be intense. The thing I don't like about David's bio is this seems like a guy that maybe has a lot of money. Like he's talking about missing massages and all this kind of stuff. I'm just like, dude, like, is this guy just some old rich dude that lives the life? He's talking about wine and cheese and massages. So I think he's definitely like in the upper class of type player.
Sure.
So Survivor's a gnarly game, but I think she says about her dad that he's fierce. He's like a skull crusher, right? So based off of that, I think the guy is going to be kind of a no holds barred kind of guy, even though he's like 51, doesn't look like as much of a badass, let's say, as some of these rugby player, the bearded guy and that other tattooed guy. But yeah, I'm excited to see these two play.
I think this picture looks like a thumbnail from Pornhub. Stepdad and daughter.
Please, if you're listening to the audio of this, just go to the fucking video.
If you're listening now, stop. Go to youtube.com/reality_NSFW.
I mean, the video of I don't even know what I'm doing, but it's looking down at my fucking carpet in my podcast room, shaking my head, just like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Hopefully, that it's just me thinking this, and not Project Dave. I hate Dave. I love Brianna. I want Brianna to win and come to Hearts of Reality and make a lot of bad decisions.
Oh,
so, all right, Brianna's in my winner picks. She's up there. Dave, no chance. I hate you.
Dave, I think Dave's too high maintenance. He's gonna get out there, and even if he's a skull crusher in the business world, like Brianna describes him, he's gonna be out there in the elements. He's gonna be completely out of his element.
He's gonna frazzle,
and he'll be out before you know it.
Yeah, but he's a big fan of browsers. Dave, I can tell you, hates this podcast. Dave's just like, what the fuck just happened in my life?
What did I say? No, but like I said, I'm excited to see the father and daughter, like Suzanne or Sandra and her daughter. I like seeing that.
You remember my private browser history?
But I'm excited to see him. So hopefully you all had a great time out there.
For the record, most of my private browser history involves stepmom and washing machine. So it's nothing to do with Dave. His bad thoughts about his daughter.
All right, well, that's going to be a tough one to top. So
we should just save that one.
We're wrapping that up for the night.
Yeah,
that should have been the last.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Well, or maybe not so hard.
Oh well, business just picked up.
All right, this is Jordy and Jesse Hansen. Jordy's a 25-year-old landscaper who will be on the Water Tribe, and Jesse is a 22-year-old triathlete.
Wow.
who will be on the Blood Tribe, and he reminds me of the guy from that Adam Sandler movie, 50 First Dates.
I don't
Okay.
remember that.
Okay, it's the guy that walks around with his muscles hanging around like the fishnet shirt all the time.
Oh,
That's-
yeah,
that's
Oh
the guy
yeah,
I reminds me of.
okay, yeah.
So anyway, Jordy, like I said, 25-year-old landscaper, Water Tribe. They are brothers. Jesse has a tight bond with his older brother Jordy, who is playing alongside him. And although the two claim to be polar opposites of each other, they are dedicated to becoming the perfect team. As a landscaper by trade, Jordy is used to digging holes and getting himself out of them. And despite the ease of which he makes friends, Jordy knows Survivor is about more than just being mates and is about understanding people on a deeper level.
That's not true. Mateship was the first season of Survivor. So if only he could build a time machine while he's digging holes.
His favorite place in the world is the west coast of South Australia on the Nullarbor, which I can't name because it's a local secret. Or that's what he says. A beautiful location with good waves and fishing and lovely locals.
Oh.
Oh. Have you done
I
any
wonder if
training or
you've seen
training?
Dave's daughter there.
Yeah.
Dave has.
Any training or planning before starting? He's learned to make fire with flint as well as done some physical training. Jesse, on the other hand, who's a triathlete, he enjoys anything that will challenge him, and he will push through any physical or mental boundaries to get there. As a professional triathlete in training, Jesse is used to intense endurance, and he even finds comfort in pain. Although he has a cheeky disposition, he does not take failure lightly. His strength in the competition will be his ability to stay focused on the goal and getting to the end and not getting caught up in the small things. When asked if he intends to make big moves, he said, "I intend to make big moves, but probably not early on. I'm coming to play and not be a number."
Well, my first thought are I like seeing younger brothers play because I like I said, I always think back of like, wow, like if I saw both my boys play, what that dynamic would be like. And most of the time, you have these brothers that are like polar opposites, like you said. One's got one personality, one's got another. I think the 22-year-old guy Jesse is going to be a freaking badass in challenges. He's 22. He's young. He's like Xander Hastings on season 41. I think we're going to see a maturity level at a young age, like we saw with Xander with Jesse. 25-year-old landscaper. I think he's going to be a hoss. And I love the fact that they put these brothers, you got headband guy and you got bibbed overalls like a young Ralph or a young Big Tom. He looks like some hillbilly
I was going to say
farmer.
Big Tom.
But the thing is, this is what I love about Australian Survivor, because I'm like this 22-year-old triathlete. I've never seen someone that kind of looks like this kid. This kid looks like he should be on that show, Outer Banks or something like that. And then you have Hillbilly Jim Jordy. So I am excited to see how different these players are because they're going to be on different tribes. So if they can use their both unique personalities on each other's, the different tribes, they might be able to come into or merge together. And because they have this brother bond that's trustworthy and sticking together till the end, they might be able to pull some other people into their mix and could surprise me and, make it past merge and go pretty far. I'm going to throw that out there.
Matt's private browser keywords are much different than mine. He types in younger brothers, apparently. Good for you, Matt. I mean, hey, everybody's got something they're into. I'm on the fence. I want to like them. I really do. Jordy and Jesse, I know you're watching this. I want to like you.
Mm-hmm.
I could see myself hating one of them, if not both of them, immediately. And I don't want to say that I like them, and then I watch like 4 seconds in, I'm like, oh my God, could I hate these people anymore? So I'm I'm gonna go with I hate them. Because I don't want to feel bad if I say that. Like it'll really bother me if I say that I like them, and then they're just like these two fucking goofballs that just pain me to no end.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one or
Yeah.
the other. They might be the most likable two people that have ever played Survivor ever, which I probably wouldn't like them then either.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go against the grain here, even though I want to like them and know this. And once again, I'm sure in real life they're wonderful, beautiful people, and I know that Dave doesn't lust his daughter. I don't think. But yeah, I'm gonna say these kids are clowns, and shit's not gonna work out.
There
Yeah.
you go.
I'm really on the fence about these guys also, but I'm gonna lean more on the side of that I think that I will probably like them. And again, we're making these decisions based on
I know, based on
four
nothing.
sentence biography.
Four
photo.
sentences and a fucking ridiculously orchestrated photo.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, and I think the reason why is because, like Matt said, this guy on the left, Jordy, he reminds me of Big Tom.
I know.
and
I want him to be Big Tom,
I love
but
Big
like,
Tom, and so
but
I
I'm thinking,
can't.
I'm thinking 4 seconds in and be like, this guy's not Big Tom.
Yeah, I love Big Tom, and I can't get that association out of my head. So now I
Yeah.
want to like them so much.
Okay. Well, I can tell you if Big Tom saw these two, despite what he might think about the guy on the right, he would be like, he's wearing bibs. He's all right, poor boy.
Oh yeah, yep.
So Jordy, know that Big Tom would give you the thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Big Tom seal of approval.
And let me go back in time a little bit. I thought Frenchie was going to be good on Big Brother, so that was the farmer. So I feel like I got a little blowback from like internal blowback on my. They're just like, oh my god, like. So yeah, so I'm gonna go with my gut here and just stick with that. So yeah, Frenchie sucked.
All right, so next we have Josh Milgate and Jordan Schmidt. They are cousins. Josh is a 31-year-old pilot who will be on the Water Tribe. Jordan, a 29-year-old personal trainer who will be on the Blood Tribe. And they just share one bio. There was no bio separately for Jordan, so I'll read their combined bio.
All right.
Jordan is playing with his cousin Josh, and between the two, Jordan is the one who will be diving in head first. Although they are cousins, Jordan and Josh say their relationship is closer than most brothers. Josh, on the other hand, considers himself a Survivor armchair expert and is excited to see if he can execute the physical, social, and strategic gameplay in real life. Have you done any training or planning before starting? They said, I did buy magnesium flint and learned the basics of fire starting, plus some basic knot tying skills. How do you think the experience will bring you closer? It's a shared experience, and you've got to be lucky to get on the show, let alone get with your cousin. It's all fun for us. We won't take anything too seriously.
Yeah, I don't like these guys.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh is a pilot, so he must be pretty intelligent. I think you have to be pretty smart to be a pilot.
What I want to know, there's something about Australians with their hats.
Yeah.
Because Jordan's got this hat, and we've seen this on countless Survivor Australia seasons.
Yeah.
that
I
they
think
wear.
it's an Australian thing.
It must be an Australian thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Jerry Manthe likes to wear hats like these.
Well, she was in the Australian outback,
and Big Tom likes to wear hats like these.
and he's been to Australia.
Yeah, he has. So I think so Jordan, the personal trainer, I'm getting a Rodney from season 30. Is Rodney? Was he from Boston or whatever?
All I know is it's his birthday.
Whose?
Rodney's.
Oh wow, right on.
No, it's a Survivor joke.
Oh well, okay.
But
John,
inside Survivor joke.
but so personal trainer. I don't know. I don't dislike these guys. I think Jordan looks like he's gonna have a blast. He's got a pretty dope mustache.
He does have a mustache.
And I think he might be fun to watch. I think they're just gonna have a good time when they're going around, trying to. I don't know. Are you guys getting this any kind of strategy vibe from these two whatsoever?
Well,
Like,
all right.
like, hey, they want to be in an alliance with us. Like, could you
well, I
see?
mean, they're not going to be on the same tribe.
I know,
So
but I'm
it's not
saying
us.
Jordan on his own or Josh on his
Yeah,
own.
I think Jordan is going to be Jordan looks like a social guy. I think he's
Yep.
going to do. I think he's going to do good. I don't know if he's going to do great. He might do great,
Yeah.
but I think he's going to do good.
Yes.
And I'm going to stick with the good and leave it at that.
Yep.
Josh, I get the super fan vibe that I hate. And so I hate Josh. and the best part is the super fans love me so much. They're just like, my hero is Jonny Fairplay. And then they fucking watch this. They're just like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, nothing can be worse from us shitting on Matt Dyson and then Matt Dyson, sending Zach Hacker a booklet scroll.
10 pages.
Yeah. But then he comes on our podcast and we love him. So,
Yeah.
Josh and Jordan, we love you guys.
Well, now I think Jordan's okay, and I think Josh sucks.
Well, I'm hoping
that's my official review of those two. Jordan's okay, Josh sucks.
Josh, I think Josh is going to be smart. Honestly,
great.
I think Josh is going to be trying to.
Smart takes you so far on Australian Survivor.
He's going to try to play a strategic game. So I'm thinking I'm going to see strategy out of him. I'm going to see social out of Jordan.
I can't. What tribe is Sandra on? Water or blood?
Sandra, let me look back again. I think she's on the water tribe. Blood tribe, sorry. Sandra is on the blood tribe.
Okay, she's on the blood tribe. Well, I could see her getting along. I could see her owning Josh and sending that fool home so quick.
Yeah. I think
he's like, I'm
Jordan...
a big fan. She's like, well, you're gonna love this. Sandra sent you home, bitch.
I think Jordan will be the muscle on his tribe, or he'll be one of the muscle people on his tribe to start out with, and that's going to play well to his advantage, as long as they don't make him wash dishes on his birthday. And then
it's his birthday.
It's his birthday. And then as far as Josh goes, I have to agree. I think he's gonna be smart, and hopefully he can you can be smart on Survivor and you can be strategic on Survivor, but if you're smart and strategic, that's when it all really kind of comes together for you. You have to know how to use those things together.
Yeah,
right. You can be like book smart and you can be strategic, but if you can be both, then you're in a good spot. So we'll see if he's there.
No.
We'll see if he's there.
All right. Oh boy, here we go.
All right, here we go.
This is in my private browser history. I don't know what this is, but siblings. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is KJ Austin.
Two sisters making bad decisions.
This is KJ Austin. She's a 37-year-old ex-flight attendant on the Water Tribe, and Sophie Kashia, a 31-year-old company director who will be on the Blood Tribe. They are siblings. As a Survivor super fan, Kate, who goes by KJ, comes armed with the knowledge she has taken on after meticulously watching past seasons and is excited to play with her younger sister, Sophie.
Oh, wow. I would have guessed Sophie was older.
Yeah, you would think so, but
from the picture. Yeah, but then you look at their age.
It's like a 6-year difference there.
Yeah, wow. Way to go, KJ.
Two very different people. KJ is hoping to use some of Sophie's traits to help her in the game, as Sophie is a driven businesswoman who doesn't take no for an answer. What's one thing people won't expect from you? I absolutely love fishing, and I'm great at it. My dad taught me to fish down in Tasmania when I was a little girl, and I have never been afraid to get my hands dirty. What's the strategy you're both adopting going in? I think we'll play our own game, as we're two very different people. I'll try to play the game in line with my values and who I am here on the outside. For Sophie, she said she's also hoping to use some of KJ's Survivor Super knowledge to help her gain a footing. She knows how well prepared KJ is, so she'll be going to her for advice, strategy, gameplay, and what to do in a certain situation. What she's most looking forward to is Tribal Council and feeling what that paper feels like. And do you intend to fly under the radar? I'll try my best initially, but my personality and persona is rarely one that I can do that, even when I try. It'll be a strategy of mine, but a difficult task for me.
Well, again, good looking sisters. I love that you have a brunette and you have a blonde. I think
that's what I'm looking for.
I think KJ is going to try to play a really strategic game where I think is it Sophia or Sophie? I can't tell.
Sophie. Sorry.
Sophie. That's okay. So Sophie, I feel, is going to be very social player, but I could see her having a battle of, I got an alliance with this person and I got an alliance with this person and stressing out of not knowing what to do. And her sister's going to be on the opposite tribe. So she's not going to be able to kind of like lean on KJ for advice. So I think KJ is going to be like more intense, like
Michelle.
Was it the blonde girl on
Michelle?
Yep.
That's exactly who I'm hoping she's like.
Exactly, Fairplay. And I think she can fucking go far. Sophie, beautiful. But I definitely
don't know if she's beautiful.
But I definitely think I definitely think that she's going to have a battle and maybe not using her mind. I think KJ is going to do what it takes. Villainous moves, which is going to be the opposite of Sophie, which could be Sophie's downfall. But I like the two.
Yeah. For the record, I think Sophie is potentially. This is just one picture.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more. I'm pretty positive KJ is beautiful. I'm not positive Sophie is. I think she is, but I'm not positive. I mean, because I feel like I don't know. I just I want to. So hopefully they're both beautiful, which doesn't matter in the game.
It doesn't, but I think
it does. It does for me watching it.
KJ is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah,
both of these I think they're going to do well.
I don't want KJ to overplay too fast.
Right.
That is a worry and a concern.
Yep.
But I love both of these women. I'm scared Sophie's going to be. It sounds like she might be more heart than logic.
Yep.
And I think it's obvious that KJ is more logic than heart. But they're sisters, so maybe something will take over inside us. I don't know. I want to like them both, so I'm gonna say I like that. So just like I went against the brothers, I'm going for the girls.
Right on.
So there you
go.
All right.
And calling KJ Michelle is one of the greatest compliments in the history of Australian Survivor. So know that, KJ.
Yes.
Huge kudos out of the gate.
Yep.
Okay. She's watching.
She's watching. They're all watching. All right. So this is Mark and Sam, returning
Yes.
players. Jonny Fairplay, have you seen their season?
Yes.
Okay. So in their previous appearance.
Thank you. Why wasn't this question asked earlier?
So in their previous appearance, Mark lasted 18 days. Sam lasted 16. Mark's a 42-year-old ex-SAS commander. He'll be on the Water Tribe. Sam is a 31-year-old company director who will be on the Blood Tribe. They are husband and wife. Mark and Sam were last seen on Australian Survivor Season 2, where they were identified as a power couple. The two fell in love. They were married in 2019, and they have a son together. The last time that Mark played Survivor, he thought being fit and strong would be enough to go far in the game, but he quickly realized that this was not the case and that his social game would need to improve. He won't be making the same mistake twice. What's one thing people won't expect from you? He said that I have a soft heart. I do feel everything, and I have a lot of empathy, and that made it extremely hard for me as a peacekeeper and a combat soldier. How will you try to ensure that you don't get blindsided? He said, I'll try to use a trusted network of people and using my lie detection to read the votes before we go to tribal. Sam's mantra is composure and calm. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And she says that she doesn't have a game play as she wants to adapt to the people she is playing with. Why do you think you were chosen to be on Survivor? She said, my husband and I met on Australian Survivor and made the cardinal sin of getting swept up in our connection at the detriment of playing the game. Our whole tribe turned against us and we were swiftly voted out. What are you most looking forward to? She said, I've been dreaming about being on that mat for the very first challenge with JLP. The heart pumping, and we're about to play a bloody, tough, but epic game.
The advantage of Mark and Sam is the obvious one, which is they've played Survivor before, which is a huge advantage over any. Yes. So that is insane. Now, it could work against them where people could say, let's vote these people out because they've already played. They've already had their chance. However, I mean, Sam, wasn't she on like World's Toughest Race or something as well? So Sam is an absolute, badass. So she was
Mark's a badass. He just has no social game. Like, he was a scary ex-military guy. Like, I didn't get great, but like he was obsessed with the fire. Remember?
Yeah, you were definitely creeped out by Mark when we covered the last that season.
Yeah, and did you interview Sam with me on the World's Toughest Race?
I don't think so.
Okay, it was me and Zach.
Yep.
Okay, so I interviewed Sam. She's just wonderful. I mean, like, you just want to hug her.
Yeah, so we're excited to see Sam. I mean, I'm excited to see if Mark can take the intensity of his first season down a notch.
Good luck.
And be more of a fun, but I don't think you can take the
the insanity out of crazy.
Right. You can't take that military background. Like if Commander Steve played again, you're not going to get a different Commander Steve. You're going to get the same guy. So, but I think they have a really good
do not put Commander Steve coming back on Survivor into the universe.
Yeah.
I don't that weirdo. Like, Mark is less of a weirdo than Commander Steve.
Yes.
But Mark definitely had creep.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's got to be a great guy. You guys interviewed Sam.
Yeah.
Sam fucking rules. Sam is not marrying some douchey asshole. Yeah, well, Mark's got to be cool as shit.
And I think we mentioned it. It's just like, and she was like, I know what you saw. He's awesome. He's not that guy.
Mark is a beast. Like he's not as young as some. I mean, he's 37, but he's still a brick shithouse, and so is Sam. And this is a physical game, so they're going to be badass.
I would love talking with Sam. I think Mark knows what he did wrong last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see him winning, but I see him going a lot farther.
Yeah.
So, and I see Sam going even further.
Cool.
So Sam will be on the same tribe as Sandra. So how do you think with Sam being a former player,
they're pairing up out of the game. They're pairing up. I cannot imagine that Sandra did not do her homework going into this. There's no way Sandra agreed to do Australian Survivor without watching Australian Survivor. That's her. I mean, she was flying across the country, talking to people for season 40. So there's only one bad read because she did a Zoom call with Denise and got burned big time because she thought there was a lot more to that friendship / relationship / alliance that wasn't there. So and I think that's the reason that Sandra's back in this game, and we'll talk about that when we get to her. But no, I think if Sandra did her homework, and I cannot imagine she did not, Sam is someone that she will remember and identify with and exploit her to the greatest of Sandra's good.
All right. Moving on. We got one more before we get to Sandra.
Yep.
Sandra will be the last one. So this is Mel and Michelle Shang. Mel is a 33-year-old chiropractor. She'll be on the Water Tribe. And Michelle is the 33-year-old speech language pathologist. As you may have gathered, they are identical twins. Mel is playing with her identical twin sister, Michelle, who shares a twin connection with. They'll be able to know what each other are thinking and can even feel each other's pain.
Stop
Melissa,
Just stop. No chance. First boot each tribe. All right. Are we?
Yeah.
Sandra. She's from.
Yeah. I mean, like I do like the diversity of the like. This is a diverse style cast. You got Billy Jim.
I like that. But I don't want to hear anyone saying that they feel like.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm not getting a winner pick for either of these. Please prove me wrong, Mel and Michelle. It's crazy that you both look exactly the same. And a chiropractor. I've been watching a lot of chiropractor videos on Instagram, which I'm obsessed with.
Why?
Because it's just satisfying hearing people getting their necks cracked and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a fucking thing. And Tessa makes fun of me.
I hate it.
Oh, the king of cracks on Instagram is a great Instagram.
Once again, we have a different private viewing history, private browser history. I also have in the king of cracks, but it's
you're the queen of cracks. But yeah, Mel and Michelle, I wish you the best of luck. But definitely, I'm not feeling super strategy players. They're just it's cool that they're twins, but we'll see. Prove me wrong. And last but not least.
All right.
And they're going to make big moves, Matt.
Their whole thing is about strategy and big moves, and
they're going to look for idols, leave their camps and look for idols by themselves, not find them, and then come back and get voted out. It's gonna be great. Spoiler alert. I don't know spoilers, but I feel it that's what's going to happen. Just like they feel each other.
All right, and I do have a bio for these guys. I can read it if you want to, but
sure.
So Sandra, 47 years old, really needs no introduction. She listed in her bio that she is the Queen of Survivor. Yes. She will be on the Blood Tribe. She's playing with her daughter Nina, who is a 24-year-old accounts clerk, and will be on the Water Tribe. Sandra is a 2-time U.S. Survivor winner, and she is now ready to take on Australian Survivor and defend her international Survivor throne. Sassy and outspoken, and having been a part of U.S. Survivor 5 times, she is excited to be playing with a family member for the very first time. While she might be the queen, Sandra has never played Survivor Blood versus Water and is hoping not to impact Nina's game. Sandra says, I'm set in my ways, but having Nina out there will remind me, Sandra, tone it down. It's a whole different game. It's a whole different place. It's a whole different theme. So I can't be the same Sandra as before. She says that she thinks that her strength on Australian Survivor will be her social game. She can pretty much find something in common with everyone. I can be a good friend to those that are interested in getting to know me. She thinks that her weakness has always been her lack of being a physically dominant player at challenges and her reluctance with water challenges, although she can swim. As far as Nina goes, playing in the shadow of her mother's Survivor legacy doesn't intimidate Nina, who is ready for the challenge. Nina says, the best advice my mom has given me is to keep your head down, but your ears open. You don't want to forget. You don't want the target to be you. You want it to be somebody else. So that has been really helpful. Have you done any training or planning before starting? She said, I've watched multiple seasons of Australian Survivor specifically.
That means Sandra did too.
Yeah, absolutely. And began doing mental exercises like meditation and trying to learn how I can keep myself calm and alert out there. What are you most looking forward to? She said, I am most looking forward to the challenges. I can get competitive, and I can't wait to get that rush of adrenaline when Jonathan says, Survivor's ready.
Wow.
I cannot fucking wait to see this pair play. I love Sandra. Sandra's super fucking cool. Always, when I first met her and she met my wife and my boys, they all fell in love with Sandra. Sandra is awesome. She is the queen, and her daughter is beautiful. She looks like she's going to be a fucking badass. She's grown up with Survivor
In
is
her
part
blood.
of their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait to see Nina play Survivor. And I want to ask you, Fairplay, when the chips are down, do you think Sandra would sacrifice herself for Nina to move further?
Yeah.
Or, okay, I do too.
I do too. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't think she would for anyone else on the planet, including probably even her husband.
Yeah.
But I think she would for Nina.
I'm excited. I mean, Johnny, what do you got to say about Sandra playing Australian Survivor? Now, Australian Survivor is way gnarlier with challenges than American Survivor ever could be. So the fact that Sandra was always a bench warmer on American Survivor, I am going to be completely shocked to see her actually compete and how she does, because there's a lot of physical females with Sam Gash and all those other. I mean, obviously the twins we just saw, Sandra has an upper hand on, but and maybe
they'll feel it when Sandra throws them in the mud.
Maybe Andy's
other one will.
wife, she has but there's a lot of physical players.
Yeah.
How do you think Sandra's going to do?
All right. So as I was speaking about earlier, Sandra takes her pregame alliances very seriously. I mean, she has played 5 times. So like, she took the game of Pro Island seriously. And then since then her social game has been amazing.
Yeah.
And so she made these alliances. She got fucked over by Denise. So she left the edge of extinction, and there's people that call it a quit. It's not a quit. I mean, she had 0.0000 chance of beating those people to get back in the game.
Right.
Like, we saw what that final deal was. She ain't beating Wendell and Boston Rob and Natalie Anderson.
Nope.
She ain't. She'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. And that's not I ain't beating Wendell and Natalie Anderson. I'm probably beating Boston Rob because he's fat. But I ain't beating Natalie Anderson and Wendell. I ain't. Okay. So that's not a quit. She had an out in the game. She knew how the cards were stacked.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it bothered her. It bothered her that someone that's so good at reading people fucked her. That even though she was content, even though she did retire, and she meant it, it's still she retired and meant it then. But looking back and watching and thinking about it and getting another invitation, she was just like, this shit fucking bothered me. I'm going to fucking right this wrong. And what better way to right the wrong than to go play a game that's twice as fucking hard, twice as fucking long, and twice as fucking, awesome.
Yeah, right.
And prove who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Sandra's coming in harder than she's ever come in on a season before. And that is very difficult for me to say.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
painful. But I know this person. I mean, I've known Sandra for 19 years.
Right.
I probably know her more than most people.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that her drive is pretty substantial and significant. So I think one of these two could be there at the end.
Wow. I love them. I cannot wait to see them. And I think it's not going to be one of these situations like when Russell Hands played where everyone's like, fuck this guy.
Yeah. People respect Sandra.
They do. And I think they respect her. And I think the fact of the matter is this: Sandra has an advantage for playing so many times because players are going to be like, let's use Sandra as a number. There's no way she can win. Yeah, there's no way she can win. And that's what people thought the second time she won.
That's what they said the first time. I'm one of the ones that fucking said it.
So I think she's going to be in a good spot. I can't wait to see, and I can't wait to see Nina play.
Yeah, very excited.
I'm excited.
Stoked.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm excited. As a fan of Survivor, US Survivor, I'm really excited to watch this season because I'm excited to see a US Survivor on there, to see US Survivor be represented. Hopefully
Finally.
better than it was the last time. Sandra catches a lot of slack for being, sit out Sandra and the Sandra sit out bench and stuff, but she owned it in her bio. First of all, she said she recognizes that she's not the most physically fit or dominant player, but she is extremely strategically smart, and I do have a lot of respect for Sandra, and I'm really excited to watch her play this season. And I'm really excited to watch Nina play this season because I know that she's gotten a lot of good knowledge from watching her mom and then preparing for the season with her mom.
Yeah.
And she's going to play her own game, though. Like,
Absolutely.
She's not going to play just like Sandra. That's what I think the beauty of it is going to be. Like, if my children who grew up with me and I'm a certain way, they're going to play totally fucking different, but also have that solid core of who dad is. So I think she's just going to be like fucking Sandra 2.0 in her own way.
And as far as Sandra not being dominant in challenges, this might be one of the weaker, the physically women seasons of Survivor, Australian Survivor. This looks like in the past, they seem to have been a little more physical than what this cast is on the women's side. So that being the case, Sandra ain't weak. So Sandra's weak standing beside Natalie Anderson and Officer Lucina.
Yeah, right.
But
not against the twins.
or Andy's sister.
Yeah, oh, exactly.
or Croc's sister-in-law.
Oh, dude, like
I'm okay with this. So.
Well, all I know is for those who have never seen Australian Survivor, be prepared. If you're a Survivor fan, be prepared for absolute awesomeness. If you want to see any of our coverage of past Australian Survivors, which we're covering right now, become a patron. We do a Q&A every week, which is our favorite podcast. And we're watching and dissecting Australian Survivor 2019. Go to adfreeNSFW.com. We have a private Facebook group. It's a great community.
We're doing Super Bowl squares. Get in now.
Super Bowl squares.
Super Bowl squares. I think $300 is going to Hearts Reality.
Cool.
And then the winner gets their cuts after that. Like it's a pretty cool deal. So it's no one is being held captive as a patron. So if try it. If you don't like it, I'll send your money back. Try it for 1 month. Go to adfreeNSFW.com. I think you'll love it. Yeah. So, and our coverage of previous Australian Survivors has been amazing. This Sunday, we are recording an episode with someone from that season.
Yeah.
Matt doesn't know who it is.
I don't.
Nope. It is going to be a huge surprise. Huge. So join us at adfreeNSFW.com.
I'll tell you, as a patron, right? Like, I'm nobody special. I'm here because I am a patron. I joined the group, and I have made lifelong friends being part of the Survivor community and Patreon. 4 other patrons from this group came to my wedding in September. That's how close I am to these people. So it's a lot more than just, you get the extra podcasts, which are fantastic. The Q&A is one of my favorite things to listen to every week. As soon as it drops, I'm right on top of it. But the Patreon group is absolutely amazing. It's an awesome community. And if you're on the fence about it, like Johnny said, just try it. You got nothing to lose.
Yeah, you have nothing to lose. As I said, try it. If you don't like it, I'll send your money back. Go to adfreeNSFW.com. Join any tier. So, and we have some really cool pictures coming up for the February February monthly autograph picks on the Outcast tier. So yeah, give it a shot. As if you don't like it, I'll send your money back. So. And with that,
it's been great. Super fun.
Do you have a winner pick, Matt?
Man, boy. Do you? I wish I had the whole cast photo because we've gone an hour and 34 minutes and I can't even recall off the top of my head. I know. Oh man, I don't know. I suck at this winner pick. Sandra's daughter, winner pick.
All right. Cody, you have a winner pick?
I was actually going to say the same thing. I'm going to go with Nina. I really wish that I could say Sandra because it'd be legendary for Sandra to win again, especially in Australian Survivor. But I do think that her reputation will precede her and people will get nervous towards the end of the season. And I think she'll make it to the merge, but I don't know that she'll make it all the way end because people will get nervous. So, but I'm really rooting for Nina. I think she'll be underestimated and she'll make it far.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Con. There we go.
We'll see you all soon. Stay tuned for all of our coverage of Australian Survivor Blood versus Water. Cheers. Here's a word from our sponsors.
No more sponsors.
Just our end screen. We have a cool new end screen. Stay tuned and watch that.
Well, here we go. Cheers, you guys. Love you.
And for more reality NSFW content, visit adfreensfw.com.